All right, here we go. This is going to be a look at Lance Fine, First and Grand from the Flagler Beach thing. This is a great Predator. I know. I really do like this one. Um, he's really good. I think I had him as an A tier Predator when I did my tier list. He's not one that most people would probably put there, but I put him there, and he's really good. He actually is really good. Always a great watch for me. And he's always a Predator that I never really quite had much appreciation for originally. Like, I saw him a couple of times. I didn't really think much about him, but then, I watched it one day and just somehow it clicked and it came back. I don't know. It just came to me. I don't know. I don't know what happened. But something just, went off in my head, as Keith Williams might say, something's wrong, Something in my head's like, I don't know, something's wrong, I don't know. But, yeah, all of a sudden, one day, I just was like, damn, Lance Fine, he's a great fucking Predator. So let's just get into it here. This might be a little bit of an obscure one for some of you. I don't know if not everybody is as enlightened on how great Lance Fine is as a Predator as others might be. So this might be a good look for you. I don't know. Let's get into it, though.
First and Grand is coming for a boy.
In the meantime, we're expecting another visitor. Not here at the house, but at the nearby beach. He's 32-year-old Lance Fine. Fine works as a waiter at the Hard Rock Cafe in Orlando.
So this is really interesting here because this is a running theme with Lance Fine. He sends pictures that look like they're at least, this is 2006. So these pictures look like they're from the late 90s. Especially this one here. Because when you see what he actually looks like when he shows up here, he doesn't look much like this at all. So that's really interesting. I don't know. That's something that a lot of the Predators do, but it really stands out when you watch Lance Fine because you see what he shows up as, and you'll see there's another picture of him that you'll see in a little bit when they show the chat log. And then you compare those two pictures to what Lance Fine looks like when he shows up. It's a fucking trip, man. But yeah, it's great too. He's a waiter, or a server, I guess is what you're supposed to say these days, right? Server at Hard Rock Cafe in Orlando. Now, I'm pretty sure I went there when I was a young lad, when I was like 6 or 7 years old. So it's possible that I might have ran into Lance Fine at some point, I was probably, oh man, he was probably, if he was, I'm not saying, hey, I like to think to myself that I was a good looking fucking kid. Lance Fine might have had the googly eyes for me, I don't know, but I don't know. But apparently, actually, I think I've done some background research on this because this is so crucial to me. Life during the quarantine was really getting to me. That's what I was doing, was looking up these obscure details about sex offenders from 10 plus years ago. I actually did. I think I did some digging and I found that he had just moved to Orlando around this time, so he's only been in Florida at this point for like a couple of months or something like that. So I don't think I would have run into him. But if I did run into him and if I knew that, oh man, it would have been great, Maybe that's why I'm so into this Predator shit, is because, maybe I had an experience with Lance Fine once upon a time. Alright, let's keep going here. Fucking hell.
Online, Fine uses the screen name.
This picture. Look at this picture. Okay, keep this picture in mind, and then you'll see what he looks like. Oh man, this picture. First of all, doesn't even give you like a really good look at his face. That's kind of the whole point of a profile picture, is to kind of show what you look like. You can't even see what the fuck you look like here, Lance. This is not a good photo. But yes, it's also just a complete contrast to what he actually looks like in person. But First and Grand, that is a nice screen name. I actually do really like that screen name. Oh man, I'm sorry. My mouth is hurting. I haven't done one of these in a few weeks. I haven't talked this much probably in the past few weeks, so my mouth is hurting. Give me a second, guys. Jeez. FirstAndGrand is a good screen name. I wish, you know, if it wasn't so tainted by a sex offender, a predator, a fucked up person too, I would like to have used this one back in the day. I mean, there's no point in using it now, but I'm just saying, back in the day, that's a pretty damn good screen name, actually.
FirstAndGrand to speak to a decoy named Scott, who told him he's a 14-year-old boy.
It's not Scott. His name's not Scott. It's Derek. His name in the chat log is fucking Derek. What the fuck? Hang on, I'm gonna pull it up. Yeah, I don't know how they got it confused with Scott. I mean, it's fucking Derek. You know, it's even in his screen name. Derek M. 12292. And Hambubker makes it a cameo, man. It's always great. You always get the Hambubker cameo. I fucking love it. But yeah, that's fucking weird, you know? I don't know. Scott. Who's Scott? Who's Scott? That's what they said to JPW. Who's Scott? The guy I was supposed to meet.
Early in the chat, Fine asks,
"Do you like older guys?"
Yeah, I like people that are nice.
The decoy reminds Fine they've talked before in a gay men's chat room. During this chat, Fine doesn't waste any time, vividly detailing his sexual fantasies.
"I'd so love to get beaten up by you and be your toilet."
Well, I can't do that over the internet.
What is with these predators? What is with these predators and wanting to get beaten up and shit on by the decoys? It's kind of fucking weird, you know? I mean, it's again, if it's two legal age people, I don't really give a shit. But I'm just saying, it's kind of weird that you want to do this with a kid, you know? I mean, I don't know if there's some sort of power aspect behind it or what, but man, you know, you gotta be some sort of sick fuck to want to do this to a kid, you know? I mean, yeah. He asks him in the chat log. Oh shit! I think I still have it up here. He asked the kid. This is like one of the most bizarre questions I've ever seen in this TCAP shit. Kind of, oh god, they're gonna make me read the chats here, right? Can I lick your asshole? Really? Yeah, sure. If you wanna, lick it clean. Have you eaten? Yeah. You? Yeah. Have you went to the bathroom number 2 yet? No, I haven't. I usually do that before bed. So soon. Like around what time? 10? Nice logs! What? Why would you ever ask that question? God damn it. No one needs to know that. No, because he wants to know because he wants to get fucking shit on. He doesn't want some weak ass shitty logs, man. He wants nice logs. That is gross, man. That is gross. It's too early in the morning for this type of talk. Yeah, I suppose I'm proud of him. I call him the Cosby's. Just, again, another weird-ass line by a decoy right there, but whatever. That's the least of our problems.
Fine says he'll bring
Come on here. Here we go.
alcohol and describes graphically how he wants the teen to have sex.
He looks like such a creeper in that picture, man. It looks like that. I don't know if you guys. There's no reason why I should ever be bringing this up. He looks like that. I don't know. I've never seen the video. I've never seen the movie. But he looks like. This just popped into my head. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. But he looks like that dude from. If anyone's ever seen it, I doubt it. Fred 2, The Night of the Living Fred, the shitty TV film from like 2011. The fucking kid, Fred. I don't know what the fuck that shit was, but yeah, I don't fucking know. But it looks like the teacher that played the vampire or the werewolf, whatever the fuck it was. Werewolf. That'd be a nice Easter egg right there. Of course, we'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, he looks like the teacher from that film. I don't know. I don't know what the hell it is, but yeah, he's a weird looking dude, man. We haven't even seen what he looks like this is still I think an old picture too. We haven't even seen what he looks like, you know, when he shows up.
Sex with him, but he also suspects that Scott might not be a real teen.
But this could be a trap, and I could go to jail.
Nah.
Well, the thought did cross my mind, but damn, you're pretty.
Fine gives Scott his cell.
Scott! Again, he says Scott, dude. What the fuck? It even says it right here, Derek. Dude, it's even on the screen for you, Chris Hansen. Come on.
Phone number and asks him to call. The actor we hired makes the call.
I can meet you at the beach across the street.
Fine agrees to meet.
This decoy is ridiculous, man. But this decoy right here, this guy. I don't know who the hell this guy is. where they found him, whatever. But he looks like more like, you know, a cop. He looks more like Secret Service, you know, undercover cop, you know. He looks like that, you know. They're like, oh, yeah, you're a 13-year-old kid, but yeah, you know, you can't hide muscles like that when you're 13, you know. There's no way to hide muscles like that. You might sound like a 13-year-old, if you can even really sound like one. I don't really know, but they're like, yeah, just carry a football. There'll be no questions asked. This dude looks like a fucking, like, security guard, man. He does not look like, he can't. And people rag on the my nanny decoy. They do that. But this guy is fucking ridiculous, too, man. Of course, he doesn't say anything so pathetically stupid like that. But still. Still. It's fucking ridiculous. Still, it doesn't make it any less ridiculous. So, let's keep going.
Meet the teen at the beach. So we deploy our 19-year-old male actor on the boardwalk across the street from our
He looks like a fucking frat boy, dude. He does not. How the hell did they think that this guy would have passed for 13, man? And Lance fucking realizes it, and he fucking tries to bolt.
Cover house. Soon, Fine shows up, parks down the beach, and starts walking towards the decoy.
Are you Lance? Hey, I'm Derek. It's Derek. Are you Lance? No? Okay.
There is another nice Easter egg here. There's a fucking, I guess they're on like Pier 13 or whatever. 13, of course. The fucking, you know, very, very, I mean, I don't think Derek was supposed to be 13. I think he was supposed to be 14. But still, a nice Easter egg that, hey, you're here for an underage kid. Here's fucking, we're on Pier 13 for you too. Yeah. But yeah, there's Lance, and Lance is just like, no, you're not 13. There's no way that you're 13. You're not Derek. What the fuck is this? What is going on here? I've been had.
But Fine clearly suspects something and begins to head back towards his car.
He's walking back towards the other pier. He's not answering my call.
So I decide to head him off and try to speak with him.
What's going on?
Just out riding around.
Hey, is that you right there?
That is me.
So then you would be the one who...
Hey, now you can see the real fucking contrast of him. You know, he looked a little, we've seen pictures of him with a full head of hair. We've seen him a lot thinner. But no, now he shows up here. He's just really got a weird looking face, dude. And again, I don't know what this red hat is. What the hell is this red hat right here? R&R. It's R&R. Rock and roll. I don't fucking know. He works at the Hard Rock Cafe, so I guess it might be R&R for rock and roll. I don't know though, but yeah, it's just he's a very weird looking dude, man. I don't know. He didn't win the genetic lottery, I think. You know, on top of it, he's bald as hell too. I mean, do you actually ever see his mugshot in this? I mean, you see it right here. So yeah, I don't know.
Who had this chat online?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Can I lick your blame?
This is ridiculous right here, too. Why is this guy, Lance Fine, staying here, man? Why is he sitting for this interview? You got a camera guy and a boom guy just fucking randomly there. No aspect of hidden cameras here at all. He's just like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm at liberty to stay here and just, you know, get grilled by some dude, you know. Why would you stay? Why would you stay at all? Just fucking leave, dude, and get arrested. But he doesn't. I don't think he knows that he's going to be arrested at this point because he says something. He says something so ridiculous at the end here, but yeah.
Sure, if you want to lick it clean. And how old is the boy that you came to see today?
I don't know what you're talking about.
14, male, Flagler.
Must have been somebody on my computer.
Somebody on your computer, huh? So somebody was on...
Classic excuse, and jeez, now my ears are bleeding from this, but... yeah, the classic excuse must have been somebody on my computer. You know, there was a party going on, and you know, somebody told me somebody was saying this stuff on my behalf. I didn't know about it, but then I just magically showed up at the same place where you know, they said to meet. You know, it's not a coincidence. It's too much of a coincidence there. That's what I don't get with these assholes who come up with that excuse. I don't get what they're thinking, man, because it's not. It's too much of a fucking coincidence. You know. All right.
On your computer who made plans to meet right down here, and magically you showed up.
Well, I'm not going to say anything.
I want to lay on my back with a pillow and let you sit on my chest with your knees over my forearms and punch me repeatedly.
That's funny.
That's funny, huh? Yeah.
It is funny, Lance. It is actually really funny. But it's not funny for you. So fuck you, Lance. But yeah. Again, he's got all the evidence out there in front of him. And he's still going, deny, that's funny. He's still going with those excuses. I kind of respect his persistence, but I lose a lot of respect for him just because he's a fucking asshole, liar, dickhead, arrogant piece of shit with a red R&R hat on. It's not a good hat. Fucking burn that thing, dude.
What's your screen name, Lance?
I have a few on my account.
Is one of them FirstAndGrand?
Yes, that is the primary one.
Okay.
I don't know what you want me to say here.
Well, I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. We're doing a story on adults who try to meet kids online for sex.
I've never done anything like that.
You've never done anything. You didn't do this here today.
No.
You didn't have this chat.
No, sir.
Then the...
It's interesting, though, because there's actually people... cars driving by this road right here. I wonder, did anyone recognize or even question? Hey, why are there two dudes talking and a bunch of cameras around there? What is going on with that? And then, what if anyone could have? I don't know if you can recognize Chris Hansen from just the back of his head. But if you can, you might be like, "Whoa, is that Chris Hansen? What is going on here?" But I doubt that was actually ever the case. But yeah. Let's keep going.
Potential predator's phone begins to buzz. It's the decoy calling to verify that it's the same person he spoke with earlier.
Did you want to answer your phone?
Was it ringing?
Yeah.
I'll just turn it off until we're done talking.
You know who just called you?
Could have been my mother for all I know.
No, I can tell you exactly who it was. It was my crew who called you because...
Could have been my mother for all I know. Oh man, that's great. And I like how he says that too.
Turn it off until we're done talking. Is it ringing?
Oh, is it ringing? Yeah. No, it's really cool. Because, no, not cool, but it's kind of interesting because I kind of do the same thing. If I don't answer my phone, I don't ever answer my phone unsolicited. So if I get a phone call and someone says, "Oh, your phone's ringing," I'll just be like, "Yeah, what? Oh, is it ringing? Oh, I don't know. I didn't notice. It's okay. I'll just turn it off until we're done. It could be my mother for all I know. That's what I say. But yeah, it's pretty great. Imagine Lance Fine's mother. Oh man, what does Lance Fine's mother actually think about him? How could you love a son like this? How could you love a person like this? I don't know. It's really interesting, man.
I'll just turn it off until we're done talking.
You realize when he picked it up, do you think he realized, oh shit, it's Derek. Oh shit. Bad timing, Derek. Bad timing. No. If you can even put two and two together, I don't know. But, yeah.
You know who just called you?
Could have been my mother for all I know.
No, I can tell you exactly who it was. It was my crew who called you because they had the cell phone number that you gave the boy in the chat.
What's the police officer doing here?
That is a good
What a ridiculous. That is one of the dumbest things that a predator has ever said, in my opinion. What's the police officer doing here? What do you think, dude? What? They're just going to come here, they're just out here taking a ride, like you said, and then right here in the middle of traffic, he gets fucking swarmed right here. And I love this drop. Just a
question.
Get off the ground now! Right away drops to his knees.
You have the right to remain silent.
After he's read his rights, Fine decides not to speak without a lawyer present.
Okay.
So wait for an attorney, please.
Okay.
Police find a bottle of Crown Royal and marijuana in his car. He's charged with 3 felonies, including possession of a controlled substance and attempting a lewd act upon a minor. Fine later pleaded not guilty.
I think he actually got off pretty late. I think, probably because he didn't talk to the police, they didn't have an interrogation for him. He got off pretty late. He got a suspended sentence and probation. Obviously, I think he's still a sex offender, but yeah, he got off pretty late. As opposed to some of the other ones from this thing, we got like 15 months or so, which is ridiculous to me. I mean, this guy is a real piece of shit. I don't know how anyone could read, all of this here and say, oh yeah, you know what, he deserves to be out amongst the population, amongst the, probation will do a lot of good for him, and I think, I will say, I think that, he's probably unlikely to reoffend, but when you give him a slap on the wrist like that, I don't think there's much. You're giving them more incentive to get away with it, because they're pretty much getting away with it in that sense. Although their life is still going to be ruined. But yeah, I'm not sure. We're almost done.
The Hard Rock Cafe told us fine no longer works.
Great line right here. I love this line right here.
And later pleaded not guilty. The Hard Rock Cafe told us fine no longer works there.
Oh no, so poor Lance lost his job at the Hard Rock Cafe. And this was the beginning of the spiral into madness for his life here, because a few years later, he moved back to Tennessee. And apparently he changed his fucking name too. Why the hell are you allowed to change your name as a sex offender? But he got rearrested for wearing a werewolf costume on Halloween. He was working at Perkins as a server at Perkins, the diner. Have those gone bankrupt finally? Have those finally disappeared yet? Have those finally gone away? I heard that they were bankrupt, but are they still around? Have they finally died yet? No, they're still around. God damn. They are owned by Holiday Inn. Who knew? Oh man, but yeah, are these still around? Like, they were going bankrupt. Yeah, they did file for bankruptcy. And so it was so Lance Fine probably lost his job again, and then he probably got another server job and probably lost that job again due to the circumstances right now. But yeah, I've been waiting for these to fucking die out. I fucking hated Perkins. I remember whenever I went there, there was always old people in there. And I never liked that, I never liked just being surrounded by old people. So fuck that. But yeah, Lance Fine dressing up for Halloween as a werewolf. Apparently, as a sex offender, you can't wear a mask in public. So, a kind of a face covering, I should say, in public. So he got rearrested. Here's a little tip,
Well, in other news tonight, you may have seen this sex offender's face before on TV.
Now, we're talking about Lance Perlis here, who was convicted back in 2006.
Seriously, why are you allowed to change your name as a sex offender, dude? Why are you allowed to do that? And where did he pull Perlis out of his ass from? That's what I want to know.
Caught in the act on a TV show to catch a predator that was being filmed in Florida.
Well, new here at 11, WATD 6 on your side reporter Cameron Taylor found out he was arrested again. He joins us in the newsroom with more. Cam.
Kristen and Ryan, this all happened on Halloween when Perlis was working as a server at Perkins in Dandridge. Now, according to the arrest report, an officer noticed a picture of Perlis on Facebook wearing a costume at the restaurant, which he's not supposed to do when children are around.
And how old is the
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh shit, look at that.
Flagler.
This is How to Catch a Predator.
How to Catch a Predator? Come on, dude. It's not How to Catch a Predator. It's To Catch a Predator. Get your fucking shit together. ABC 6 WATE. Come on, guys. Get it together, man.
Flagler Beach, Florida, showing this man, Lance Perlis, getting caught. He was convicted of computer pornography and child exploitation, as well as attempting to commit lewdness.
Just shave your fucking head, dude. Oh god, my microphone. Oh god, everything's falling apart. But seriously, just shave your fucking head. Why would you keep your hair like that? Can someone explain that to me? Why do you insist on keeping it like that? I mean, that is bad. That is bad baldness too. Like that's worse than Lauren level, if I must say. But yeah, I don't know.
Lascivious battery. Now he's in trouble with the law again, this time in East Tennessee.
He sounds like he's a sick person that needs a little bit more time in jail or prison, one, to maybe correct himself.
Neighbor Kenneth Rowe was surprised to hear Perlis violated the sex offender registry. It happened at the place Perlis was working at. Perkins and Dandridge on Halloween. Police say the man told them he was wearing a werewolf costume while working at the restaurant and that he served children that night too. From there, he was arrested and booked into the Jefferson County Jail. It's a violation since he's classified as a violent juvenile sex offender.
Everyone needs a second chance.
Everyone needs a second chance.
If this is his second
What does
chance
he
or
look
third
like? He
chance,
looks like the dude from Holes, Mr. Sir. He kind of looks like that dude, doesn't he?
he needs some mental help.
Now, a spokesman for the Tennessee Department of Correction tells me a violation report will be sent to Florida where the original incident happened. They will review the case and decide whether or not to extradite Perlis. Ryan.
All right, Cameron, well, we also reached out to...
I don't think anything happened about that, you know. I'm not going to play the rest of it. I don't think there's really anything else to really say here. But yeah, I don't think anything happened as a result of that. But yeah, it's pretty fucking weird, man. Fucking, of all people, Lance Fine. You know, who knew? Who would have ever knew? Let's take a look at some of the comments here. Jesus Christ. The human toilet strikes again. Not arrested. Oh, arrested. There you go. I want to do John Adam Daniels. He might be the next one that I do. I want to do that one. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, why did people insist on calling it How to Catch a Predator, man? What the fuck? When he got back to the kitchen, he was like, what's the police officer doing here? Oh, that's funny. Oh, man, that's funny, as Lance Fine says. That's funny. All right, that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.